Hello. Man, I always feel like I'm a menace. Sending a message to 40 plus people. I don't know if I like doing it. I mean, imagine there's 40 people going on about their day. Oh, wait, I should probably refresh this. 40 people doing things. 40 plus people. And I'm just going to hit them with an at everyone message. Am I really going to do that? Especially to tell them that I've made little progress. Yeah, we gotta own it. It's fine. We're live. Get rid of that embed. I hate seeing it. And it's not a hate of self. It's just, it takes up too much space. I don't know why I still have this one here. Hello, JD. How you doing, brother? How's your day today, actually? Why don't you tell me that? My day was pretty good. I read. I took notes. I'm trying to be a better reader. It's not simply just about reading. You gotta learn how to be a better reader. That's the struggle. I didn't realize it before, but now I do. You're sick, dude. You don't have to say what you're sick from, but is it curable? Or are you just sick of society? You're sick of these people and these things? Tell me what ails you, actually. I need to know. Also, you're first, bro. Welcome. I guess in the meantime, I can tell you what I'm sick of. I hate when I don't make progress. It's difficult. You just feel like you could have been somewhere else, but then you're here. Without much progress, nothing to show for it. I suppose in a way I'm just being harsh on myself. There's probably like things I've done and lived that wasn't uneventful. I suppose maybe I'm harming myself by gating everything into progress or no progress. That's probably just too extreme and radical of a dichotomization. Maybe what I should be thinking is that I made progress in other fields this week and not in my game. But I think that progress will translate eventually to game work. It's sort of like the internal work you do contributes to the external work you do. It's like reflective. It like mirrors itself. And especially when you do things like art, I really feel like you're sort of like bearing that aspect of self out there. So it becomes pretty difficult to make art that speaks something or even that like helps other people when you have a disconnection with yourself. Like if you're externally in some sort of persona all the time, then everything you make is just going to be drivel and not really connect to people. It'll just be vanity. At least that's what I feel. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Take my words with a grain of salt. I'm learning. Men suffer from egotism. I'm not above it. I can sling these big words all day, but I'm not sure I know what they mean. Especially in the wisdom sense. Threw up twice today and have lost 5 pounds. Well, a fluctuation of less than 10 pounds, like depending on the week, isn't crazy, because especially when you lose water in your body, that's something that can contribute to like a lot of pounds. Especially when you're sick, obviously your body seems to be telling you, I'm not a doctor, but your body seems to be telling you at this point that you don't need to eat. So I'd probably refrain from eating for a little bit, just drink water, especially if you're throwing up. But that sounds pretty rough, dude. You think you got food poisoning or something? Did you eat some bad chicken? Did you forget to wash your chicken? You know people do that, right? Put soap on your chicken and scrub the chicken patty. You don't want to go through life without scrubbing your chicken, dude. Soap that bad boy up. Antibacterialize it. But I don't know. Let's talk about what I did do. I did stuff. We're looking at the screen where I didn't do stuff. Yo, Brono Ham, what is up? Mods in the house. Better keep chat safe. I don't want any weird things happening here. Dr. Cody will set you straight. Damn straight. I'm gonna make you straighter than a board. Straighter than a man. Actually, let's not go there. I'm not gonna. Oh wow, it started at the beginning. Let's see. What did I do this week? Well, I started working on this tower. I figured out where I want it. I want it in the Sea of Blood. It took a lot of thinking to get to this point. Stream lagging a bit. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm lagging. Maybe there's something in me. It's just, I'm tweaking out over here or something. Slow. Maybe my words are slurring. I have only ate breakfast today. Okay, JD, you gotta fast. Don't eat. If you're sick, go 3 days without eating. Just water. See what happens. Call me. That's what you need to do. That's what I think you need to do. Don't be weird, chat. Yeah, we don't want any weirdness in chat. Please. You don't want to get me on one of my tangents. So, let's see. We have a tower. I put it in the Sea of Blood. I kind of thought of an interesting... I couldn't decide whether I wanted it on land or in the water. But I like the idea of it almost being in between both of them. The idea that, humans are made from the earth. Oh, it has been lagging. Oh, man. Well, it's okay because I'm recording it. Actually, let's see if I'm using the internet. Am I downloading something? I don't think I am. Dude, can we do a how fast is my internet test? This is where you see I'm a bad typer. That's why it takes forever to get stuff done. That's why I jump off the bridge slow. It's because I'm a terrible typer. Give me that internet speed test, baby. Let's see it. Oh, it's rough. Oh, man. Oh, it's looking bad, guys. We're going down. 1.5. Guys, I don't know if I can do this. It's too difficult. Man, that's a pretty bad internet speed, isn't it? What internet to stream capacity? There's like fragmented words. Bro, wait. Twitch. Oh, 6 to 8 megabits per second. Yeah, guys. It's over. Oh, wait, it's coming back. Oh, dude, we're not getting throttled. Wait, we are getting throttled. Wait, we're not. We're back in it, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay, well. It fluctuates faster than... Yeah, I'm not... Faster than I can even imagine. Alright, so what do we have here? Well, we got a tower. Rut-row. I don't know what that means, but that doesn't sound good. It's in blood. I can walk up to it. I think I'm going to put a staircase here in between. I'm going to make the tower solid, so you can't jump over it. You got to go through it. And then you got to descend it. I like the idea of descension. Originally, you have to ascend a magic tower to demolish it, to become the tower demolisher. But I like the idea of having to descend through it to get to the bridge, which transitions into the Sea of Blood. Is she streaming too? And as far as I know, she's not. Is it a lag switch? Maybe somebody just doesn't want this to happen. Nice. No, nice. My mod's giving me cryptic messages, dude. I don't know if I can take this as stream. Tell you what, I'll just, is there anything else I can do in the meantime? I mean, we're here. I could just talk to myself. That's kind of what I usually do. Did you come up here for a perfect person? 'Cause I am not that. I think I have an endless Oh, actually, I have a little bar here that tells me how slow I am. And I got 46% drop frames. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe my CPU's just giving out. That'd be pretty good. Let's load up Task Manager. What do I got here? Oh, it's all going down. You know, it's whatever. Maybe it wasn't in the cards to stream today. Oh, it's closer to good? Okay, thank goodness. I feel like it's getting there. I can close a few things. Maybe I'm just being a ram hog. Tyler, how's your day? Let's see how good stream really is. Tell me about you. What'd you do? I want to hear it. I want to hear that little bleep. I want to know what's going on. I want to be in the know. In the meantime, I'll just try to beat the first stage of this. Never mind, I beat it too quick. I'm too good at my own game. Oh, it's beautiful. That's so beautiful. I did amazing work. Got driven to my sister's car so I could drive it back while she went to her tourney. That's awesome. And did you end up going to the volleyball game? Tell me how that was. I went to work all day. Okay, that sounds like a strug. But you know what? We gotta grind out there, man. It's all about doing the meaningful work. You gotta put in the work when no one's watching. That's how you turn out who you want to be. If you do the work when no one's watching, that's a real man. Not her BF went my place. Perfect. You know, sometimes you're going to be, yeah, it was great. You didn't have to stare and watch a volleyball game, especially if you don't know anything about volleyball. That could have been miserable. You might, honestly, you missed out, though, because you missed out on all those volleyball moms. I bet that was a real good opportunity to have some good conversation. So, honestly, it actually just sounds like a lose now that I think about it. It's a big lose. Big lose for a young single guy like yourself. Big L, actually. I want to hang out with moms. Yeah, honestly, you messed up. But you know what? Sometimes men are going to be set back in life. Tomorrow's another chance. Okay, what, you got another one? You got another one you got to go to? But I should go to work. That's true. Men that put in the work in silence, that's what makes you a real man. It's not about chasing. You gotta be working on your hobbies. That's what you gotta do. This is just gonna be a zoomer. All the people out there that are directionless zoomers. That's what you come here for. I'm going to give advice. I can give you direction. There's nothing better than a guy that has no direction himself giving direction to other people. That is the best thing. Look, I got some direction. Look at that. I'm going left. The opposite of progress. You're brimming with it today. I am brimming with it, as you can say. I don't know what it is, dude. Maybe I just got to relax a little bit this week. Need advice after stream too? Pfft, we'll do it both. I'll give you the on advice stream, and then we can do the after dark with just you and me, and I'll give you all the advice you need. I got my government not approved tea. Oh yeah. From the trees of God's nature. That's where we're at today. It's not that. I feel pretty good today. I think it's just because I got to relax. I was struggling with a bunch of internal conflict to try to figure out how to plan this level and everything. But I don't know. I read some books. I came out a different man. That's what it is. Actually, let's talk about it. Rather than being vague, I might as well give you something useful. So, dark web tea. That's a great idea. So let's see here. Oh, dude, I can draw it for you. Dude, let's just use paint. All right, so, it's kind of a weird, can I make this different? Yes. So I was reading this book, and it was talking about, maybe I'll just draw as it comes to mind. Maybe that's what I'll do. It was talking about the shadow. And the shadow is like the unconscious aspects of yourself. that you don't want to witness, that you turn away from, that you ignore. Okay, so there's this shadow. Oh man, we don't have hotkeys. This is your shadow, okay? And I was reading a book about how you deal with the shadow and how you own your unconscious repressions, how you gain energy from the things that you're not looking at, okay? And, I gave some advice. There's some things in there pretty interesting. Basically, instead of repressing all of your feelings, sometimes you got to connect with that energy. Maybe it's by actually being angry for once, or being sad, or instead of bottling it all up inside, you can, there's here, I gotta make this actually more correct. It's actually disappointing me and bothering me. I'm sorry, guys. My stick man figure is not oh, no, please, that's not what I want. Hold on. This is artistic integrity here. I want to make sure we got the whole picture. If the symbol is not complete, you're not going to view it in your mind correctly. All right, so we're really good at recognizing faces, and this isn't a face yet. Now it's a face. Got a little smirk there. So you can connect more to your shadow by being like angry, or like, shouting, or things like that. And that can give you a lot of energy, because those are things you like constantly push down, whether it's like societal or how you were raised. There's aspects of you're not connecting with your deeper self. It was a pretty interesting book, but it actually interested me more because at the end of the book, it talked about this interesting concept. So the concept is called the mandorla. So you've heard of a mandala before. It's kind of like a... sometimes it's a square, and people like do a bunch of symmetry. Sometimes it's a circle, and people do more symmetry, and then they like draw outwards, symbols from within their mind's eye, and they build on it. And it's kind of like it's almost like people do that like coloring book thing, where they they're adults and they like color just to give themselves some sort of like creative expression. And the mandala making thing is kind of similar, because you can like stare at a mandala and like you can learn things from them. But the concept they talked about is the mandorla, which I thought was pretty interesting. So here, we'll put it up here. And a mandorla, so mandorla is an Italian word for almond shape, which is kind of what this is. It's the intersection between two concepts or ideas that are diametrically opposed. And so the more you think about the mandorla, not gonna wash head and shower. My cousin's always got negative things to say. Actually, this is a really perfect opportunity, because we're talking about the mandorla. So here, let's plot Drew on here. So Drew's actually like in the radical side right here of this mandorla. So this is what I'm going to call, we're going to do two diametrically opposing things here. Actually, I don't know how to use paint. Okay, this is Drew. And then this is his shadow. And it's on this side. Okay, this is conscious Drew on the right, and this is unconscious Drew on the left. Okay, so consciously, he has this, he's constantly criticizing others. And he has to do that because he can't criticize himself. He has to look inward. And to go inward, he's got to realize that everything he's projecting is just things he feels about himself and his own capabilities. But to get to this point, you can't get to the unconscious point. It's impossible to get here. You have to go inward towards the almond. Just be in the almond with me, Drew. You got to get to this almond. I need you to be more supportive. I need you to be more comforting. I think it would make you more magnetizing to be around if you were in the almond with me, instead of constantly focusing on the vanity or the other aspects of myself that I'm struggling with. I want to be almond bros with you. That's what I want. I think you should look inward and try to touch your inner self just a little bit more. So anyways, it was a pretty interesting concept. Um, like basically, you can take like two diametrically opposed concepts, and you can think about them from both perspectives, because we often delude ourselves into believing that like only one way is right, when it's clearly not. There's clearly a lot more. There's a lot more dynamic things to consider. And when we focus on just one radical side of something, it often blinds us to the other possibilities. And it could be with feelings, it could be with political understandings, it can be with everything, really. And so I thought that was a pretty interesting thing. It's like when two things converge, you want to get closer to like the center by like being in the contradiction, but understanding both sides as much as you can. It's almost like it's a centrist thing, but the mandorla comes from the concept of like you'll see it in like religious icons. It'll be like Jesus in like almond shape area, and it's to show these like two circles. My shit is lagging. We've covered this. We've been here before. I can't be responsible for how the internet doesn't like me. Yeah, it's lagging. I don't know what to do about it. What do you think I should do about it, Drew? Do you think I could do something about it? Do you think I should call my internet service provider? Do you think that would help? I suppose I could try. It's not a bad idea now that I say it out loud. Might be a good idea too. I already checked my internet speed too, and I thought it was good enough, but apparently it isn't. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. Is this working for you? Do you feel like you're going to be an almond bro with me soon? This is what I want. Wow. 4 minutes ago. Wow, we were really behind. Should I restart stream? Tell me. I'm just going to think for 4 minutes. I'm going to sit here for 4 minutes and just stare at the camera, because I don't want to lose that train of thought. If you think restarting it would be better, I want you to tell me. And I'll just sit here for 4 minutes. Actually, I could talk about that for 4 minutes, but I could just move on. All I do is talk to myself anyway, so. There's my tower. You guys like that? Actually, maybe in the meantime, we'll just start doing jump off the bridge work. What am I doing? I can do bricks while you guys are here. Here, I gotta restart this. I don't want to copy these bricks. Let's wait a minute. How did that look? Let's copy it over so I remember. Let's get rid of it. All right. Actually, would it make more sense to draw the bricks? Yeah. It's probably better if I do this color and then draw the bricks. And we have some bricks on the outside, some on the inside, some along the side. We'll just we'll start going. This is how pixel art works, guys. This is what it looks like. Hours of placing pixels. It's pretty fun. It's almost like that adult coloring book thing I was talking about. Maybe I'm just making my own mandalas with art. Maybe my art is just therapy. Maybe that's the answer. This whole time. It probably is. Lag is a little intense. Alright, I'll see you in 5 minutes. Missing out on life advice. I know, dude. Don't worry. I am recording it so I can upload it later. But it's true. I was trying to help you. I'm trying to give some life advice, dude. I'm trying to distill books for you guys here, but I can't. It's maybe I'll just have life advice in these little sections too. You'll get pieces, and you can put them together, because that's all this is. You just got to figure it out, just a little bit at a time. One word you read here makes you think about something. Another word you read there gives you another concept that'll change your life forever, depending on how long it's in your short-term memory and whether you commit it to long-term memory. That's all it is. I feel like I'm not qualified to give life advice, though, so don't listen to me. I'm not here to provide you salvation, because I have not found that myself. And it would be rude to delude you into believing I have. We are all struggling in our own way. Just my suffering's a little bit more vocal, okay? I'm gonna fucking whine about it. I'm gonna cry about it to the internet. I'm gonna cry about it in the form of making things that people can play through. It's just a little bit more vocal. It's a different kind of suffering, okay? I want you guys to see it, be a part of it, maybe experience it. You know, they got all this stuff about games not being art, but I don't care about that. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You can tell me later if you think it's art. If it takes me a week to make a decision on where to place a tower, I don't know what the fuck art is. It's definitely that. Taking a week to think about that sort of thing. I'm trying to be deliberate, guys. I'm going to give you something I can't give myself. At least consciously. I don't like all these connections. I want to break them up. Is that the unconscious side of me? I just want to break up all these connections. I don't want all these bricks connected. Or is it just artistic? It doesn't look towery enough. But maybe it's supposed to be whimsical. Maybe the bricks should be connected. I don't like this heap over here. It needs space. Every brick needs to breathe. I kind of like the look of that. What does that look like in the big screen? Looks pretty good. We need some variation though. I don't like this. This especially. I gotta fix that fat one. Let's get this thing out of here. We're gonna change that to that. I'm gonna take this, fill that, grab that. And we're back at it. Another one bites the dust. Actually, maybe I want some kind of dark effect on the outside. So give me some. Let's just feel this out here. Some bricks over here. Painting happy little bricks. My magic tower. It's not a symbol for anything. Consciously. Take of that what you will. I'm kidding. That's a lie. I thought about it for a very long time. Whether or not I can mechanically make the ludonarrative aspects of it less dissonant. Well, that's just a matter for tomorrow's me to deal with. That's right, boys. Tomorrow we wake up and try again. I don't like that. Let's try this again. I like weird bricks, but I want them to be a little different. Maybe I need some smaller bricks. Maybe I need to break up with some smaller little fragments. Some tiny little pieces. Maybe that's what it's about. Breaking up the mundane with the little slivers of change. Give it more gradation. We don't want to be so diametric. So imposingly black or white. We need some shifting of gradation between them. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the little aspects that bring it together. Piece by piece. This feels like I'm working through something. I think it's working. How does this look? Let's zoom out. We got to get a bigger picture. We're constantly focused on just the little details of everything, but we got to see the full picture. Okay, I kind of like it. I think we can work with it. I've read that in the West, we're too focused on left brain thinking. We're too focused on every little piece in order. And we seldom think about the wider implications. That's more right brain thinking. We're so preoccupied with being rational instead of being irrational. We need to be more sentimental. Maybe that's the opposite of rational, sentimental. It's got to be all in place. It's 7 minutes. Dude, I'm pretty sure the Ethernet cable is in. Never mind, it's not. I'm being trolled. Alright, I lied. I thought it was. Dude, I thought I was using the cable. I'm sorry, dude. I just wanted a moment. What would you just give me the moment? No, seriously. Should I even be showing? Yeah, you respond. 8 minutes, you see around reply. Honestly, it's kind of funny. It's like letters in the mail. Except in internet time. Oh my god. Here, give me a second. You just look at me for a moment while I fix this. Yeah, what's going on, dude? What the hell? What am I doing? Oh my god. Oh, yes. I don't know what you're lolling at, but I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Wait. Alright, we're back. Dude, honestly, I thought I had it plugged in, but I kicked it out. That's what I did. I kicked out the cable. I've been trolling you the whole time. I've been trolling myself. I don't know what to say. You guys are telling me the whole time it's lagging, but I couldn't figure it out. I was too radically on one side. I fully believed that there was nothing I was doing wrong. I just left it up into God's hands. But it wasn't in God's hands. It was in my feet the whole time. My feet. My mammalian anthropomorphic feet. My feet disrupted the stream. What are feet a symbol for? You like stand on things, they lift you up. You don't need feet to walk. Symbol of walking. What's the color theory on this tower? Oh, you want the color theory on this tower. Is stream better, by the way? Are you here with me? Are we 7 minutes in the future now? Did I just teleport you here? Or am I going to be telling you color theory about this tower, like, in the future? And you're going to get it in the past. Like a message in the bottle from the sea. Because either way, it could be good. Color theory on this tower. Well, what I wanted to do is, so like here, actually, oh, I don't know if actually, it should be fine when I clean up the edge of this. Here, hold on. I need to make this darker. I need more darkness on the edges, because like the idea of it like rounding. 10-minute delay. Okay, perfect. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. Give me, that's good. Here, maybe I'll just restart stream. I'll just message a chat, because then I can literally teleporting back in the past to message you that. And then is that really going to stop it? Is that going to solve the problem? I don't know if it will. How does stream even work, dude? I mean, I have 60% drop frames. I think that might be a record. Here, I'll just stop and restart. But the people that see this on YouTube in the future, it's going to be the same thing. Dog, it is plugged in, bro. We're on the Ethernet. Wait, it says stopping stream, but because we're 10 minutes behind, does that mean I have to catch up? Alright, I stopped stream. That was 10 minutes ago. Here, now we're starting stream again. Oh, you guys are making me do so much work. Yeah, I restarted. Is it better now? I have some serious life advice to give. Let's go. Oh, perfect. Dude, so you didn't see it, but brother, look at that taskbar. Okay, run it back. Yeah, dude. All right, so where was I even going? Okay, yeah. I was talking about, it doesn't matter. But my foot, I thought I was running on the Ethernet, but my foot knocked the cable out underneath me, dude. Mandelo and other Marvel characters. Yeah, dude. That lag was unbearable. It was kind of funny to me, honestly. It was pretty hilarious. Let's yeah, you wanna go back to the shadow? Is that what you want? You want to hear more about that, or do you just want me to talk about color theory? You tell me, man. What do you want? 30 minutes of my life. Need that back, player. We're not gonna give you your 30 minutes of your life back, okay? I'm sorry. But we can talk about color theory here. So I'm doing a tower that has a red tint because I'm doing a blood sea tower because I want to do a traditional magic tower. And those are the difficult ones called blood sea towers. So that's why the tower is vaguely red. And it's in blood. Here, let's see if I can compile this for you. Yeah, that's what it's called, compiling. I'm not a programmer, so... Man. It is really funny. That lag was so unbearable. I guess in the meantime, while it's compiling for 40 seconds, I can start drawing a mandala, and we can see what comes out of it for me. Okay. I'm kind of seeing it. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know what this means, but we're going to need to think about it. Oops, wrong one. So it's flickering, but you can just ignore that for now. It's because I'll do it. I'll fix it right now. Hold on. Is there a way you can just copy one line now that I think about it? I suppose if I do like end. Actually, I can just copy this. What am I doing? Okay, we fixed it. It's not going to fix in this, but... So what I wanted to do is I want to do a blood sea tower. So you have a sea of blood. There's going to be a tower. And then we're going to walk up the tower, and you're going to have to descend it. And there's like this idea of descending the tower rather than ascending the tower, which is what you usually do in a Magic Tower game. And the reason I did that is because here the player is, instead of descending into water, which is kind of like a symbol for rebirth, life, sustaining yourself, it is kind of like food because you need water to survive. You can go without food for longer than you can go without water. It's also like this idea of like flow and change and adaptability. And so, and the water here is constantly moving. It's going somewhere. It's going from left to right. Left to right is kind of like a progression thing too. Like this concept of like numbers ascending upwards from left to right. In English, we read left to right. So like the progression of a book is left to right. I tend to see progression as left or right, but I'm sure for other cultures that read in different directions, progression can be seen in many different ways. And our language also shapes the left or right and how we view it. And so we have here a character, a faceless character that is kind of like a stand-in for you, a symbol of like yourself. And they're on Earth, they're on land, they come from the land. There's all the like creation myths about like man being made of clay and things like that of the Earth. And he's like on the Earth in the physical environment. And so I have this concept of you're on the land and you're going to walk up a staircase to get into the tower, and then you're going to have to descend through this tower in order to get to the bridge. And a bridge is like a transition between one piece of land to like another piece of land. But this bridge doesn't really go anywhere. This bridge goes to the water. That is like what it's transitioning to. So the player has to jump. They have to do like a fall. And I think about like concepts of like the Adamic fall or whatever, the idea of like eating from the forbidden tree of knowledge and learning like what good and evil is, and it's what you fall and become human. And so like there's that concept playing in my head with this sort of thing as well. But the idea of like entering what is like kind of like an oppressively obelisk shaped tower and descending into it, kind of like descending beyond, instead of going, I guess the best way to explain it is instead of coming from outside and coming up and out, you're going from outside to go in and down. So rather than like ascending, you're descending, and it's more of like an internal thing. And blood kind of is like a symbol of life in a way. Like if you lose too much blood, you die. There was like a bunch of old pagan rituals where people would like do blood sacrifices and things like that. People like drink blood in different forms because they think it'll like make them younger. There's all those myths and stories about like vampires, like the idea of a vampire sustaining his life through blood. That's like a common mental image in people's heads and things like that. So this idea that you have to go up into the tower, confront it, descend within it, go all the way to the bottom, and then on the bottom you like can get through it and get out, and then you go into this transitory bridge, and this bridge allows you to jump and fall into like the blood, like in essence like the internalness of it. I'm not sure where I want to go with it, but that's kind of what I was thinking about. So yeah. How's your guys' day? Tell me. What do you guys think about? I didn't really get much progress on this level, but I thought about that. Rewriting the whole genre. Yeah, I don't know, man. We got a lot of work to do if we're going to do that. I kind of like what I got so far. It works. It's got some funny bits. But I really like, there's just so much potential with a concept like this. That's what we've got to talk about instead. Instead of ideas, talk about potential. Because the reward you get from talking about ideas is the same dopamine you get from just doing the idea. So if you talk yourself out of the idea until you're sick of it, you become so uninspired you won't do the idea. So rather than talking about the idea, we're going to talk about the potential of the idea. So the potential, there's so much potential here. I could do so many things with this. There are so many things I can do with this. In fact, I'm getting inspired just thinking about all the things I can do with this level. There's so many directions I can go. I'm not going to tell you what those directions are, but there's places we can be. There's things we can meet along the way. There's fun to be had in ruminating and considering the different aspects of this idea, but not ruminating to the point where I tell everyone my ideas and then I become completely uninspired to do the ideas and have no motivation to do anything because I'm completely passionless after spending all my passion on talking about the idea. So let's talk about the potential. There's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of things we can do. Minecraft level man, if I could learn how to program Minecraft, I don't know, man. That's actually something I'd probably need Drew to help me with. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I don't have the math knowledge in my current... It's not to say that I don't have the potential to learn the math knowledge. I don't want to believe that I'm bad at math, because eventually, with enough effort, I can learn anything. It's just a matter of practicing till I get there. So, I don't have the skill yet to do that, but when I do, I can do a Minecraft level. It's probably more realistic to do a Terraria level to start, because I don't know if I want to tax people's CPUs with GameMaker's ability to render three-dimensional spaces. It doesn't seem like it's going to work. I'm gonna be honest, but it could be fun. We could do a Terraria level. You like the idea of digging things? You haven't played Terraria, have you? You played Minecraft, but you haven't played Terraria. Now that I think about it. Maybe we'll do a mix. Why don't you tell me what aspects you like about Minecraft, actually? Tell me what inspires you. What do you think of... What do you think? Man, this game... Nah, not for more than 10 minutes. Yeah. So what do you think of when you think of, man, Minecraft? Yeah, that's Terraria. What do you think of when you think, man, Minecraft really needs to be a level in this game? What do you think of when you say something like that? Are you thinking because, like, Minecraft has such a profound and inspired impact on you that you wish more games would emulate and parody Minecraft? There are definitely some things to parody in Minecraft. I'm just wondering why. Or, like, what motivates you? Searching for material and killing things. I like that. That's true. I like the aspect of resource gathering. This is kind of like you have resources. I don't care for Minecraft. You're shilling without a cause, brother. What are you doing? Maybe I need to do a Cult of the Lamb level. That's what I gotta do. Yeah, that'd be more your speed. You like that, wouldn't you? That could be fun though. Actually, I don't know if I have it on here. Did I? Yeah, I did. I did already actually. Oh, they remind you of dirt. I did kind of start a Cult of the Lamb type level. I wasn't sure, like, it was way before Cult of the Lamb. I made this a long time ago. It feels like forever ago now. But I was playing with the idea of, like, the player being able to move in this isometric space. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with it. It's here. I mean, I made it. I was going to make it so you can jump. I don't have a jump yet. I was going to make, like, whatever. There's a lot of stuff I was going to do with it, but this is what it is. I'm not sure what else I want to do with it, but it's there. So, I'm sure I could program something that could be like Cult of the Lamb relatively easily. It's just a matter of if I find the idea inspiring enough to be fun. I do like the idea of some more action-y levels, though, so that might be something worth investing time into. Do I have anything else in these levels hidden? Oh, yeah, I was working on the Dark Cave. I think I mentioned that, like, last week or the week before. It was kind of an annoying thing to program, but it's here. It's way out of my league. I don't know how to program light. It took a lot of fiddling, but we have something. I need to figure out how to do the rest of the something. I think that's just normal stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have the moon. Yeah, that was the cave or whatever. I made the moon. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. There's so much potential, though. We gotta talk about the potential. There's so many things to think about. There's so many things to do. We could do so many different things with these concepts. It's just a matter of doing them. About thinking about them. So much potential. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, don't get in over your head. That stuff's gonna take forever to get out. I gotta figure out what the hell I want to do with all of it. We're gonna be here for a lifetime. Me and this goat. You have a lot of pies in the oven. Too many pies in the oven. It's an endless amount of pies. That's the problem, dude. I get stuck on all these pies, and I'm like, oh, it'd be super amazing to do that. And then I do, like, part of it, and then I don't follow through. Maybe I need more follow through. Maybe Grandma's got a thing or two she can teach me about baking pies, okay? It's not just about making the pie. It's about baking it. About letting it sit for a little bit before you eat it. That's what I gotta do. I gotta bake the pie. I just gotta learn from Grandma. That's what I had to do the whole time. I gotta finish my pies, dude. This is a metaphor you can live by. An analogy. Grandma knows how to bake her pies, but I don't. She figured it out through years of toil. I just gotta learn to bake my pies. Anyways. Now the windowsill so people can float toward it. It's true. Grandma attracts people to the windowsill. People come and smell it, and then she fights them off. And knock those whippersnappers up over the head with it. Keep it brutal. Grandma knows what she's doing. I could learn from her. The wisdom of the ancients. And people that can finish their baking. I'm just a half-baked. I'm a half-unbaked. With a bunch of ideas. With a bunch of potential. But that potential goes nowhere unless I choose to utilize it. That's what we gotta do. We gotta utilize it. What else do we got here? I think I want to play a game. A different game. So I think I'm gonna do. You feel like you're ready for the Zelda parody, dude? Is that what you want to see today? I feel like I want to see it. But what are you into? It's just you, me, the bots. Drew vaguely in the background. You like the dialogue. I do too. It's pretty good. I guess in summary, I'd say I made no progress on Jump Off the Bridge, but in a way we all make progress. Just by sitting here, talking about it, reading books, trying to become more self-actualized, closer to our true selves, distanced from the persona. We're not trying to be perfect, we're trying to be whole. I heard that this week and I liked it. It's not about perfection, it's about wholeness. To encompass everything. Not sure I know what that means, but figure it out. Or maybe we won't. Got a whole time. We got a lot of time to figure it out. Got a whole ass time to figure it out. Actually, I can close some of this other stuff. I'm sorry, guys. I baited you. Get a picture of that mandala. In case you're thinking about it. I'm not going to save it. Better save that in your recesses of your mind. I'm sorry, I keep switching back. So young and brimming with time and potential. Not really that long. It's going to go faster than you think, dude. Those 30 minutes you can't get back are going to just zip through time. You're going to be 40 and you're going to have your midlife crisis. You're like, oh shit, man, I shouldn't have bought that car. It's such a big mistake. Think of all the time and the hours I put into that 9 to 5 just to get that car. The hell am I doing? The car sucks. It's all about getting point A to point B. And all I did was take another car, beat it up to work to get money. To get another car to help me to get to point A to point B. It's just a little bit nicer. I'm only one step ahead. A better seat. My wife doesn't love me. And I think it's because I'm too passive. I'm not thinking through my actions. Years of instant gratification has molded me into someone who doesn't think clearly. A new car to ride in traffic. Another day to spend more time. Yeah, I don't know, man. It sounds miserable. I'm just going to keep sleeping on the cement floor. I'll see you in fucking 30 years. We'll see where we're at. Restore game. Recent save. Oh, link. That's what I'm looking for. We're in the chateau. That's right. We got some animals to deal with, brother. Let's see if I remember. Wants to swim. Wants to be in the center of the room. Wants to lose antlers. Wants earmuffs so he doesn't have to hear everyone else. Wants to die. Okay. Keep that in mind, chat. That's what we're doing. So let's see. We can't go in any other doors here. I think we gotta leave the chateau. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty positive about this. I don't feel like we have the items required to do this.
Ha ha ha, very funny. That was a nice little trick you played on us. We know you're not a graduate of the University of Chin Game. I don't know how you stumbled across a degree from the university, but it's not gonna fool us twice. Yeah, so don't think you're gonna pull that trick on us again.
Now, wait a second.
However, we know that it's pointless to guard the door now. Yeah, we know that now you've made it inside the chateau. You could just warp in inside anytime you want.
What? You can't. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I can warp inside the chateau anytime I want. So you might as well just step aside and let me walk in.
Well, we will. But know this, you fake Chin Game grad. We're on to you. Yeah, next time we're guarding a location you haven't entered, don't think we're gonna be so easily fooled again. Yeah.
That was pretty good. Alright, so what do I need to do? I know he's got a... honestly, it's a parody, and he has personality, is what he does. Alright, so we're going to go grind some money. I know how much you love grinding money. You better come up with a topic to talk about, Tyler. Because, man, it's going to be a long time grinding. At least a little bit. I have things I need to do. Oh, wait, I should probably change this to the... Oh, man. You're speaking my language, Tyler. This is exactly the thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about topics to talk about. Man, what is there to talk about? There's so many things to read. So many things to do. So little time we have in this mortal realm. Man, what did you think about today? When you were driving that car? What's worth talking about? Everything? Nothing? Doom? Everything's an answer, I think. Everything. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up these pots. I think I'm just going to do this over and over again. If I get good at it, I can do it pretty fast. I'm going to go out. And then we're going to go in. Feels like this is the quickest way to get money in this area without having to walk all the way back to the city. Randomizer's worth 7. Oh, wow. And we have a chance to get nothing, dog. But I feel like I need some money. We're gonna want to get the Wand of Polymorph. I think that might work for the deer. I'm not entirely sure. I also said we can feed the animals if we get some meat, especially the lion, because he said he was hungry. So we can find some food that has no plants in it and is entirely meat. We can give that to him. And that may give us some sort of extra dialogue or some sort of knowledge. Yeah, go ahead, hit me with it. We'll talk about it again. Have I always felt the calling to code? No, actually, in high school, we had a little team of like 3 guys, and 2 of them were like into programming, or figured out how to love programming through like us wanting to make games, and so they were like, one of them got pretty good at it, the other one also did pretty good at it too. And we tried making a bunch of progress, little projects. One of them kind of was like a solid game with at least 1 level. The other ones didn't really go anywhere. They were kind of stuck in the like idea hell, because I think I was a little bit too ambitious. I was both ambitious and too worried about perfection to get things done, which is something I still struggle with. And the other guy, he was also like pretty aspirational as well and ambitious, so we didn't really get much done in that regard. But it was a lot of fun to like spend time after school in high school. They'd come over to my house. We get like Little Caesars pizza. I remember at one point we could like all eat like a whole pizza ourselves. It's probably like the most unhealthy thing I can imagine myself doing now, but it was pretty fun. It was like a rite of passage to be able to do it then. So no, I wasn't anywhere near code. I couldn't do it. I didn't understand it. It made no sense to me. But I did always kind of want to do game design, so I felt like I could do some sort of like work with art, and I like being like a team coordinator. I just had to figure out how to like rein in the ambitions, basically, because with all the ambitions, it's you. In essence, you like there's like a voice in your head that'll like convince you that what you're doing isn't perfect enough, and you have to keep refining it. But all that does is just make it like infinite. It take infinite time and never get done. So anyways, after I finished high school, I didn't really want to go to college, but my parents put a lot of pressure on me, and my grandparents as well. There's like high expectations in our family for college, which is pretty difficult to deal with. It sort of feels like you're not really like living your own life because you're letting everybody else choose like what you want to do. And even if you and then you're also like seeking their approval as well. It's like, man, if I don't get to college, it's like my grandmother's not going to love me or something like that. But I think at a certain point, I just recognized that, I got to do what I want. So after like years of kind of just doing like on and off college and working at the golf course, I finally decided to do a course that I wanted to do. I figured if I was at college anyways, and I had to pay for it just because of all the peer pressure. Which I probably didn't have to, but I did, because it was important, quote unquote. I started just taking classes that I like thought were interesting. Like I took children's literature, I took some English classes, and then eventually I took they had an intro game design course, which wasn't a really good course. Because it used like Python. I would probably consider, Python's okay as like an introductory language. It worked for me, basically, I guess is what I should say. I shouldn't harp on it too much. There wasn't much about like game design aspect of it, but it did teach me programming. And once I realized that like, oh, I actually can teach myself and like learn programming. And then once you have like the like want to do it, you're like inspired to like make things. Then you just keep going, basically. And so it was like this matter of like, oh, I make things that like people play, and that's like pretty cool. And then there's like motivation that comes from like just doing it. Now I'm trying to learn the process of like just having fun with the process, to love the process itself, the act of like working just in general. Because when you focus all of your rewards on like the extrinsic motivators rather than the intrinsic, it won't sustain itself. It just becomes like a defeating loop of you never getting anything done. So that's like the growth method that I'm trying to learn now. But if it wasn't for like exposing myself to that class and then like really like believing that I could learn the stuff, I don't think I would have been able to learn it. There's something that really stuck with me when I worked at the golf course. One of the guys who would come all the time and just visit me and talk about books and stuff, he mentioned this book. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was like a book of a bunch of quotes. I can pull it up sometime later. But one of those quotes was really impactful for me, and it was argue your limitations and they're yours. It was just this idea of like, in a way, your thinking and your beliefs shape who you are. And so if you argue for your limitations and say, I can't, I'm not going to be good at this, I'm not somebody that can do math or something like that, then you're never going to be able to do it. That's essentially what it is. Like, you're going to build your personality around the identity of you can't do math. Once you realize that your identity is way more fluctuatable, it's much more fluid than you would have originally thought, and it's just based on like your past, then you realize like you have it's malleable. It's something you can change. You can just start believing that you're a completely different person tomorrow, and your brain might not cope with it in those moments. But if you keep doing it enough, then you'll become that person. Sort of like how if you just start giving gifts to people and you do it consistently over a period of time without expectations, you will essentially become the identity of a generous person. All it takes is just doing the same thing or the thing that you want to be and identifying with it to learn and be something. And so I think that was instrumental in me believing that, oh, I can actually program. I can do art. It's going to take work for sure, and sometimes I struggle with the actual work aspect of it, but, you know, it's all work in progress. I would say that programming and anything you want to do is really easy. The most difficult aspect of it is just sitting down and doing the hard work, which is not really that hard if you like it, if you can find the fun in it. It can be pretty fun to create problems and solve them. It can also be pretty fun to just have problems that need to be solved. But you can't let your frustration or other people demoralize you and prevent you from doing what you want to do. And it's going to take you to figure out what exactly you can do, and not something that somebody else can tell you, essentially. Because no one's going to be able to tell you what you want to do. You just got to try enough things until you figure out what you really like doing. So, I wouldn't say I'm that good of a programmer. I'd say each of these levels that I make in Jump Off the Bridge, since they are so different, and I try to be varied with them, it can take a lot of time, but the initial, like, trying to solve something new is an interesting experience. Like, I've spent a lot of time, probably, like, weeks, months of time, trying to program certain levels that just didn't work out. Like, I really want to do a falling sand level, but I don't quite understand how it works yet. And even after watching a bunch of people do it, I can't make it work without being really taxing on the processor. So that's something I have to figure out. I have to become a better programmer to do graphically, which is fun. It's interesting to have things to aspire to, so I know that eventually if I keep working at it, I'll get it. I just can't do it right now. And I think, you know, starting projects is deceptively easy, but finishing things is a whole nother beast in and of itself. But learning is just enjoyable in general. I think it's probably helpful to view learning from that perspective, too. The idea that it's fun to learn how to do something. Because if you view everything with, like, oh, this is drudgery, I'm just, like, going through the motions, I don't want to be here. Like, if you can't find the fun in it, and you can't, like, open your mind to the entertainment, then you're not going to be able to learn anything from it. You won't retain it at all. It'll just be, like, in one ear, out the next, and gone, basically. So, if it interests you, and you think you're capable of it, you can learn it. You just probably have to figure out a lot of other things first. Like how dopamine works. Or how to have hormonal balance. How to exercise and be healthy while also being productive. All of these other things will contribute. So let's see, I need to, does she sell food here? I think there was a food court in the university as well. Might as well get one of each, because I don't know what items I'm going to need. This is the alchemy thing. Actually, you can recommend potions, can't you? No, you can't. Okay. So I have to actually learn recipes to be able to take advantage of that. It's true. And often starting something is the most difficult aspect. Once you start it, it's pretty much over, dude. And there's so much you can learn from just doing something rather than reading about it. This is where I pawn off all my stuff, right? Yeah. Okay. So, what do we need to do? Can we get in the sorority yet? I need to find the wand of polymorph, which I think was... Is it apparel? What do you sell here? Hats, goggles, chicken. I swear one of these places sold the wand of polymorph. Is it not? Any of these? House of Sparring? No, he just had the sword, right? Yeah. Everybody sells a chicken Cosmo. What can I get the more fancy pieces of food I'm looking for? Let's check if the university has a food court. I do think there are things people have like an innate predisposition to be better at initially, but I do think with given enough time, effort, focus work, mindful work, you can do whatever you want to do. It just requires, you know, the work. Look at stationery. He's got a letter opener and a goose quill for tickling people. A wand of polymorph. Okay. And what do you have at the snack bar? Yogurt, Greek yogurt, frozen yogurt. I think I have one of those, but I'll get another. None of those are particularly meat, though. So am I going to have to go somewhere else to get the items required? This lady transports me, right? Wait a minute, can I go in the back of this building? No, okay. Oh, this just automatically... It's 10 miles. Okay. Okay, well, it's probably better that I sell some things, get some money, maybe go to Botargel City, and then... This is the pawn shop, right? Nope. This is the pawn shop. Yep. Whoop. I messed up. I'd like to pawn. So actually, I think we got a bunch of monoliths, and those are like 100 apiece, aren't they? 100 apiece. 150. So we can hold 100. Actually, I think we got a key card too. Yeah. Oh, we have a bunch of those. So I lose 25 on it. Apply to the credit balance. So I lost 25. Well, I lost 25 plus 7. Oh, wait. You can have negative credit balance. But that doesn't help me, bro. I thought I was going to get as much as I could hold and then get the extra. That's not how this works. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, I can actually get infinite money because I can just go in that place and make the electrolyte sports drink. So that's pretty good to know. Let's see. Bad concoction. Dude, the bad concoction's worth 50. My dog. We get infinite money. Letters of transit. No, I don't want to sell that. I might need that. Man, do I gotta sell a bunch of... Fuck it. Gotta do this the hard way. We get $100. Actually, wait. I can't hold $100. I'm stupid. Okay. Okay. So we actually have 225. So let's take the boat. We'll go check the shops in Botudgel City again. And then we'll see if there's any items there that could potentially be useful. And then we'll come back to the animals, and I think that's all we can do. Let's see, where do you want? We have Botudgel, Boringshire. We can go back to our hometown. Was there anything sold at the hometown? It's true, there was a shop, and I guess let's go to Botudgel first. Wow, dude, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness, he has even animation. Do I get to like wait and watch the oh, I click skip. Oh. Okay, so this is where I can transform myself. Good to know. What do your books speak on romantic relationships? That's a great idea. It's a good thing. Wait, I can buy another money bag upgrade. Holy shit. Yeah, please. Can you put it on my credit? Sick. Finally. Yeah, I'll answer that in one moment. Let me just see what we got here. Water? Free. Let's get another 10 of those. Euro? I don't have a euro. I got fortune cookies though. What about this guy? This guy's just a pawn. But this chick. Oh, she has apps. Oh, we can get the DNA replicator too. Honestly, why not? We got that money. Put it on my credit. Okay, so we have 5 minutes to pay our bill. Otherwise, we lose 17. So let's just go to the monolith. Apply it to my credit. Okay, so now we actually have a lot of money in credit, assuming that we do things in the credit range. And then let me just check out the armory, and then I'll answer your question. There's a difference between regular relationships and romantic relationships, because relationships with friends aren't always romantic. Come on, Drew. Figure it out, okay? People can be buddy-buddy without, you know, the little bit extra. Yeah. Exactly, dude. What the streamer said. What do they say about romantic relationships? I suppose it depends on what book I'm thinking about it from. Which, obviously, as far as like what I think about from the books I've read as far as relationships go, that's another interesting question. I mean, I think some of the most important, that would just run into the bridge there. The something I thought was particularly interesting was like the attachment styles. I think that is incredibly true and interesting. The basic concept is just that people like learn how to love differently based on how they were raised and it just shows like the impact of how their parents raising them affects them. So like if they didn't get a lot of attention as children, they process affection and different things in different ways. And so you could potentially be in like a situation where somebody believes they're showing affection, but it doesn't work with them on the level that they are. Because like if the studies they did was like they had a bunch of babies, and then like they would have them in like rooms or something, and then whenever they'd cry, the mother would like come and like give them attention. And if they didn't have that sort of like attention growing up, that can affect how they process feelings and affection. And so it leads into like 4 different types essentially, but some people like to be left alone. They the space that they have is something that is comforting to them rather than like the smothering. Somebody that like those 2 types that typically tend to fight a lot, and there's the anxious type, and then like the I forget what it's called, the disorganized, like avoidant style. That's what it's called. It's like avoidant. So the avoidant partner is like somebody that needs space and needs to be treated in a different way than like a secure person. And an anxious person typically will like, whenever they feel down or like sad, try to like immediately go for comfort. And that creates like this, essentially like a pernicious cycle where like anxious people in a relationship with an avoidant partner won't feel like they're getting their needs met, and then the like avoidant partner doesn't also feel like they're getting their needs met because they're being smothered all the time and things like that. So that's a pretty interesting, resourceful book. It's like attachment theory. That's pretty useful as far as relationships go. I think it gives you like a pretty interesting working background for like how people develop into the way they do, and it shows how nurture in the argument of nature versus nurture affects what people think about. And who they become, essentially. So that was a really useful one. Yeah, let's get some fruit. Aid. I don't know what that's going to do, but we're going to do it. Another book I think is particularly interesting when I read about like all the different tantra things like that. They talk about this concept of not using love as like a means to an end. Like you don't have to. I'll probably have to save that information for like another stream. We can talk about that later. Not on Twitch. I don't know if it's against 2S to talk about that. So that can be pretty useful though. Learning to be more mindful if you want to talk about like meditational practices and things like that. Wait, what did this guy say? I don't think I'll need anything more from the store for the rest of the game. Probably not. It's been a pleasure working with you. I had to check, dude. I didn't know. There's also a whole bunch of other things too, like The Power of Now talks about like it's kind of gendered in this way, but it talks which there's not anything bad with that. I'm sure maybe on like a categorical level these things are true, but they said that like something men deal with more is egotism, and something that women deal with more is like vanity. I've seen it on both sides, and it's pretty easy to see that those lines are blurring day by day. I don't think that, it's one to the other. I think people can be a mix of both, or just one more heavily. And so, like, those are things you have to overcome. He also talks a lot about this idea of, like, men need to overcome thinking, and women need to overcome, like, pain. I think there's both things to be learned from both genders in regards to those things. As far as like other relationship advice that they've mentioned that I thought was like particularly interesting, I forget what book I read it in, but it talks about how like men and women can be like percentages of like masculine and feminine. And so like your ideal perfect match is somebody that like mirrors the opposite of what you are. So if you're like 50% masculine and 50% feminine, then you want somebody that's the opposite split, essentially 50% feminine, 50% masculine. But more than likely what ends up happening is you get somebody that's like I think the ideal split they said was like 80% of what you are, like 80% masculine to like a 20% feminine. And so there's like that aspect of it in there. And you find somebody that's, the opposite essentially. I think that's a pretty interesting way to look at it, to like consider like how and I think that conforms more to like this idea of like the spectrum they talk about nowadays. I do think that they're right about the aspect that it isn't really just as black and white as everybody says it is. And by doing that, like, extreme dichotomization, we're not really, I don't to use that word because I don't like that word, but it doesn't lead to like a more nuanced discussion. Let's use nuance. So I think that there can be a lot to learn from. Also, I love this effect here of this endless space and this like giant room here, and then you go out and it's just this like tiny nothing. That is really funny to me. That really gets me. I want to go see what this barn is. So that's an interesting concept. The idea of like things being less radical. Time Lord shit. Yeah, it is, dude. As far as like other relationship advice, I think something the like Chinese tantra books say that were pretty useful was like this idea of people are trying to fulfill external needs with they're trying to fill internal needs with external things. So like whether that be like food or sex or things like that. So I think that's a pretty interesting concept to think about because you can't really fulfill an internal need with an external need. It just continues to grow endlessly, basically. There's even like useful information from the Stoics, not specifically. I mean, maybe it could be applied to like relationships, but like, how do I get this chest? Honestly, if I walk in this water, I'm just dead. But the Stoics talk about like the idea of being in the present. There's a lot of other books that talk about like mindfulness exercise and being in the present and things like that. But like the idea of like forgetting the past. There's like I believe also different philosophers have said like it's almost a virtue of forgetfulness to in certain moments not remember every like horrible thing that's happened to you. I didn't even jump there. I just hit a bump. Hey there. We'll talk about the virtue of forgetfulness in a second. Hello there, young man. Nice day for a walk in the country, isn't it? Yeah, but why'd you come all the way out here to take a walk? Because I'm looking for hidden treasure. 100 years ago, pirates fled up this stream after plundering the king's yacht, and they were tracked down and captured. But the loot was gone. Legend says the pirates disposed of it right before they were captured, in this very spot. I've been coming here for 50 years. 50 years looking for that hidden treasure, but I still haven't found it. Where could it be? I'll tell you right where it is, lady. Easy. Galilean sandals. Dude, I don't have the heart to tell her I just looted it. Oh, just the same thing. Shanker. What do you guys think the sandals do? But anyways, let's talk about this idea of like present-mindedness. Oh, it lets me walk on water. I knew it, dude. I knew there was something for that. Holy shit. But there's like the idea of presentness. Like, you don't want the past to define you. Everything that happened in the past, you can't really change. So there's like this concept of you shouldn't be focusing all your attention on something you can't change, because then you're just going to live a life of like misery, and it's just going to be looping over and over again endlessly. I thought the sandals do work. Okay. So that can be a really useful concept to think about. Like, watch your mind, the mindfulness of watching whether or not you're thinking about the past or the future, and try to focus on like just a moment. Background music changer app, amazing. I think that can be a really useful skill, especially in relationships too. Like, you're constantly focused on like, oh, this person transgressed me in this way, or like I'll never forget this transgression from them, or something like that. And that can be pretty unhealthy in the long run, I think. I think it's better to just kind of like forgive and forget those sort of things and move on, so that you're not constantly bottling it up. Honestly though, as far as other relationship advice goes, I really like the attachment thing. Yeah, it starts making shit up. Like, we talked about this concept when you were here last, but the idea of like lawyering, Like when you're like doing stuff, when you're in an intimate relationship with somebody, you become a lawyer for them. That's how Sam Hyde put it, I think. And that is very true. Your brain like wants to delude yourself into thinking this is like the most perfect person, but that's just like a mating protocol subsystem in your body. So it's worth like catching yourself out and noticing when your mind starts deluding itself into something, thinking something that's untrue. Or like just reconsidering, like, am I thinking about this correctly? Am I being objective about it? Can I look back at journals that I've been writing to be more mindful and see how my opinions were shaped? Or like, am I falling into the trap of thinking on this loop too much? Am I extrapolating the incorrect things from what's happened? Is my perception of reality different, and how is that affected by like the way I was raised? Am I eating things that are causing like hormonal fluctuations that is making me more irascible, more irritable? Am I doing things repeatedly that make me devoid of energy, that cause neurochemical changes in my mind for long periods of time, long after I've gotten the satisfaction of using them, like drugs, alcohol, or sex? It's worth considering all of these things. It doesn't mean you have to sit there and think about it and get yourself into a point where you do nothing and just think all the time. I don't think overanalyzation is that useful. I think there has to be a healthy medium inside the mandorla, the almond, that you must get to. I just wanted to see if there's anything back here. And, well, I figured it out. I mean, obviously you put these sandals in the game, so I have to see where it goes, right? But is it just endless? It's kind of aesthetic, breaking the game like this. I mean, it's not really breaking the game because it was in it, but... like, is there an easy way to get out of here? Am I just gonna fall endlessly if I go over there? I know, right? That's what I'm wondering. I don't see anything for, like, ever, but... is the world really flat? Is there an edge? I'm gonna go to this edge, I think. I can't really tell. It looks like it just goes forever. I'm getting closer to something, actually. Actually, I think I see a corner over there. That's it. This is the edge of the world. Edge of the universe. And it counts as a death. No pain here in limbo. At least not the physical kind. Stay away from the venture capitalist. Beautiful. Okay, well, there was that other water area that we can go to now that we have the sandals. I kind of want to explore the water now that I have the sandals. I'm not sure how much content there's going to be in there, but I have so much power in my hands. Okay, so that's the boat area. We got the sandals. Is there anything else that it looks like we can conquer? We've been to the edge of the universe. I see something over there. Let's go over this hill and see if we see anything. There's like a boulder or something. Huh? What is that? I thought I saw something over there too, but I didn't. Look like a potion. Like a perfume bottle. World's largest bottle of perfume is exactly what it is. That is hilarious. Beautiful. Actually, can I cut it? I don't have my sword on. I doubt it. Oh, that was where we walked to get to the other town. I kind of want to go there because there was that weird river. It looked like it went somewhere but didn't. And then there was that door. Looks like there's something up on the hill over there too. We also haven't been to the desert area. Could potentially have something. I don't think jumping is faster, but I'm going to do it anyways. Not sure I can think of any other relationship advice to be particularly useful at this moment. It's kind of like a trope to say the, just be yourself, man. So then the question is like, well, who the hell am I? How do I find that out? Is it just as malleable? Yeah, I have some other things I want to say, but I'm censoring myself here because I don't think it's platform safe. So we can talk about it later. It's not crazy. It's just I don't know what the guidelines. I don't think they allow it. I think all that was pretty basic. I definitely like the attachment theory stuff. It's not MGTOW at all. It has nothing to do with MGTOWness. Or inceldom or anything like that. It's just about like how to have like a more conscious approach to the lovemaking process, but I don't fully understand it yet. I'm still reading on it, so I'll let you know when I get there. It's a work in progress. So we have this door vague thing over here. And I love just the way this guy jumps. It's such a good touch. I actually can't wait to make a 3D game at some point. This game is very inspiring. It'll definitely play better than this, though. I don't think there's anything over here, but I'm going to keep walking. We went through one waterfall. What are the odds we can go through two? Oh. I was actually not expecting it. Limbo Master App Dog. Yeah, nice. I had a feeling. So let's see, we got the background music changer. What is Limbo Master? When you die, how do you want to continue? Go to Limbo. Go to Limbo, but never show a cutscene. Do not go to Limbo. Continue immediately. Remove speed boots before continuing. Show plummet in the cannon after falling off edge. Are there speed boots I can get? That's kind of cool. Take control of your continues. That's a pretty awesome feature. I like that. Can I actually see anything on the map here? Wait, what is a DNA replicator? I never looked at it. Oh, it's like a game. Hit the appropriate key as the nucleotides pass. Middle row, right hand. Your timing must be good. You lose a life if you fail to grab the nucleotide at the right time or hit the wrong key. HJKL. It's like a bad music game, but we're building DNA. I kind of like the effect though. Does it like end or? Should I just die and see what happens? Oh, there is an end. Right? What does insane look like? Oh, it's like literally. Honestly, if I could tell like when I was hitting a button, your host is cancer now. I hope you're happy. That's kind of interesting. Do you guys think Flight Simulator is a flight simulator? Your scenery, pyramids. Oh yeah, brother. Oh, it's even got inverted controls. Can we fly through the pyramid? Kind of interesting looking. Yeah, it's got some weird elements in it. Does it have collisions? It does not. I don't know if I want to see that plane, that pyramid all the way back there. It looks slightly different than the other pyramids. Is it worth it? I mean, it looks like it has more lines than the other pyramids. Is that just an illusion? Or does it actually have more lines? Would the guy of this game really program this in if there wasn't a joke in it, though? It does really look like that pyramid's got more lines, doesn't it? And it's all the way at the back. Does it actually have more lines, though? Hi, I'm back. What are you doing? Well, I'm playing this game, and Tabitha, my little fairy that is a parody of Navi, has a new app on her that it's called Flight Simulator. And I'm flying towards a pyramid with more lines because I want to see what happens. I want to see if there's a joke here. Is the joke that I'm never going to get closer to this pyramid? I'm getting closer. It's not, it doesn't get faster. We're just here for a bit. How you doing, JD? What are you up to? Your sickness still getting to you? You solving the world's problems? As you ruminate? I wonder, is that the joke? I gotta see these more lines. Look at it though, it's got more lines, doesn't it? We're getting closer. Maybe there's like a chest at the end of it though. I know, it's unlikely, but maybe. I mean, look at it, man. It's got more lines. I mean, you see it too, right? It doesn't just look like there's a pyramid behind it. My boy looks like he's got more lines. Like he's an Aztec temple rather than just like a pyramid. The infinite white space. We draw ever closer. The cooler pyramids. Actually, the pyramids are pretty cool, but there's some things we don't know about them. For example, the largest pyramid actually doesn't have 4 sides. It has 8 sides, but you can only see it from space. because the pyramid's, it's seen better days, basically. But it is actually an 8-sided pyramid. And what that means is that it has 4 sides, and then there's 2 extra sides that go inward on each of the sides. So it has 8 sides. You can look it up. It's easier to see from above than it is to see just dead on looking at the pyramid, which makes it even more of a technical marvel than you could imagine. But it's getting bigger now, and I can feel my dopamine rising. I wonder what Drew have to say about that. Man, it really does look like it's got more lines though, doesn't it? Most men quit on their journey, but me, smooth sailing. I feel like I'm veering off a little bit. Look at this baby. This is what we've flown all this way for. Look at all those levels. Those tears. It's so close I can taste it. I knew this was going to be a rewarding experience. And I was right. Look at that. Oh my God, would you look at that? Wow. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. There really is nothing after that, dude. Now it's gone. Sometimes the prettiest things in life are prettier because they come and go. Yeah, I can turn around. I think I'm turning around. Okay. Yeah, there we go. It's actually pretty hard to control. I forgot it's inverted. It'll go up to go down. Here we go. Look at it again. Sometimes the prettiest things in life come and go twice. Fucking beautiful. Let's hit the ground. Do you think there's a crash? Nope. I don't know where I am now. Oh! We crashed the game, dude. Oh my goodness. What are we to do, dude? Does that mean we lost all of our progress? No, the game autosaves, I think. No, there's no way. I don't think that was a joke. Perfect. Still got the sandals, baby. Do we have the, Wait, it was an app, wasn't it? Yeah, we're still missing the app. We gotta go get it. Gotta get the Limbo app. Is there a faster way to get the app? Yeah, probably. If I take the transit to the area, that should be faster. I see him pop in. There he is. Oh, that's right. I can walk on this now. Yeah, I'll give you the money. Let's go to Brobenzi. Skip. Skip. Oh, we're slow again, temporary. Actually, we can walk on this water, too. I want to see where that goes. Can we go into the bridge? Oh, we can. This is a master class. I have got to see where all this water goes. But before that, let's go get the other thing. Yeah, I think the number for altitude just got so large that the game couldn't handle it. So wait a minute, it was back over here. Right? I think it's over this mountain. I seem to recall it's between these mountains over here. I am correct. So now that we know that 2 waterfalls in this game that we've seen have been home to secret chest locations, I wonder, does that increase or decrease the odds of another waterfall having something in it? Probably increase. That's what I'm thinking. I know this has been aimless, guys. Us just running around. But it's part of the journey that matters. It's the little things. Like this jump animation. Maybe I need to do a Zelda parody. That could be fun. I'm here for my reward. Perfect. Yeah, I think you're probably right. That's some good probability. Honestly, Drew, since you're here, how do you think if you were the creator of this game and you were making a parody of Zelda, how would you get into a weird-looking stone door? I feel like it'd be a bomb. What do you think, Tyler? Do you think there's would be a bomb in here? I feel like there's got to be a bomb or something to blow this open. The secret city under the mountain. I suspect if we get some sort of explosive ordnance, we can find ourselves coming right back to this location. Which is part of the reason I am exploring, because I would have never expected to get these sandals here. Yeah. I feel like it's got to be some sort of explosive. I did remember reading in the lore somewhere that that was like a city that like people don't have access to, like the humans don't for some reason. So maybe it's like quest related, but I do suspect that we can get some sort of bomb. Bomb jumps backwards, corner clip with sword. That's also possible. I'm going to follow this river and see where this goes, and then we're going to go back into the town. And I suppose we can go to the animals after we explore some maybe more of those rivers and see if we have the things we need to give them. I can't think of any other shops. This just looks like a dead end for the river. Yeah. There's a dead end everywhere. Why does it look like there's something I can walk on over there? Like a little crack. Can I go up this mountain? Almost. Let's go up here. Might be open for anyone who got top 5 in a battle royale. That's true. You know, those battle royale people are pretty competitive. Oh, there's a house up here. Q92. Oh, there's somebody here.
Well, hello, young man.
She's voice
Don't I
actor.
have a nice garden?
What?
My garden, it's my favorite hobby. Look at all the fantastic plants and flowers and vegetables growing all around us.
Oh, yeah, it's real impressive.
Have you brought me a fairy? How sweet. My garden is so beautiful and colorful, but I've never had a garden fairy.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm not a garden fairy. I'm a sidekick fairy. Also, garden fairies aren't actually fairies. They're just insects called fireflies.
Oh, that's too bad.
You know, you kind of look familiar.
I get that a lot. I am a Lady Sammeltish Stone, Countess of Vesta, and naturally you are wondering why a high-ranking noblewoman like me lives in a humble cottage out in the country.
Not really.
You don't wonder?
No, the cottage isn't that humble. It's pretty nice, actually.
Young man, this cottage may look impressive, but I'll have you know it's infested with the Rons.
Wait, did you say Rons? They don't really exist. That's just a human tale.
Well, I can assure you they do exist. I've seen them myself. I don't mind, though. Better to live a humble life with the Rons out in the country, I say, than a hectic life in the city.
You should move to Boringshire. I bet you'd love it.
Good heavens. Boringshire. No thanks. I'm just a recluse. I don't hate myself.
Well, my name is Lance, and I'm from Borington, and I don't blame you. Couldn't wait to get out. Now I'm on a quest to rescue the princess.
Rescue the princess? Did something happen to Carmeana?
Wow, you really are isolated out here. Yes, she is being held captive by Fiorina Hirde, and the king has commissioned me to go on a quest to save her. I am the chosen one, Destiny's ward, the glorious hero, and so on.
I'm afraid I completely believe you. It'd be just like Telki to pull a stunt like this.
Telki?
Well, it was nice to meet you, Lance, and I wish you good luck on your quest. You'll need it.
Why are you a recluse? Would you like to know the truth? I used to be the Lady High Consort of the Queen, a position currently held by that ineffective kiss-ass James Stackenfee. Telkar didn't clearly want a personal advisor, or even someone to manage the more mundane affairs of the kingdom, which I had done for Telkar's mother, Paldshan. That man just cannot delegate certain things, so I resigned and came here to live as far from the city as possible. Can life truly have any meaning if this is all there is? Of course, take a look at me. No one would ever say I had a lot going on in my life, living here in the woods all alone, especially given that I was once the High Consul. But my life has plenty of meaning. Look at my beautiful garden. I'm not quite convinced. Look, everyone has their thing. You are the glorious hero, the chosen one, Destiny's ward, so your thing is to rescue the princess. Once upon a time, I was a High Consul, and that was my thing. But then I resigned, and now my thing is to tend to my beautiful garden. You might look at this garden and just see a bunch of overgrown plants, but it's beautiful and meaningful to me. Someday you'll have rescued the princess, and you'll need a new thing. The important thing, Link, is that the thing that gives life meaning is a thing. And if you have a thing, life is meaningful, no matter how humble that thing is. Not that my garden is at all humble. Wait a second, I won't need to find a thing once I rescue the princess. The king promised her to me. I'll be prince consort, and someday king consort. I'll have the duty to the kingdom. That'll be my thing. And I have to say, it's probably a little more important than tending to a garden with nothing growing in it. Oh, let me tell you something, child. I was High Consul for almost 20 years. I'm very familiar with the nuances of managing a kingdom, and the games the nobility play. I was there. Here's a little known fact. Marriage promises very often don't work out. I can tell you right now, you will not be given to Carmeana. And not even because Telkar would break his promise or Carmeana would oppose. He won't, and she wouldn't, but you still won't marry her. Why? Let's just call it a gut feeling from someone who understands the system. Stuff happens. It's not because you are a commoner from Boringshire. It's that if that's what you're thinking. Quite the contrary. In fact, the Vinicans are well known for going outside the usual spousal fodder, so as to avoid any taint in the Kinnaran blood. But it won't be you. Well, lady, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with you and respectfully suggest that your gut feeling might be a little off. Very well, I have advised you and it's up to you how you receive it. By the way, did you say there was nothing growing in my garden? Oh, no, I mean, yes, I did, but it was just like an exaggeration to make a point or something. Warning 1 out of 3. I have an interest in streaming because it's boring when you don't have a strange cult following. Why would I stream to no one when I could just play the game by myself? That's true, you're too busy. She still says she has dialogue, but I'm pretty sure... Do you really see plants growing in your garden? What, you can't? That was it. Oh, wait. There's more. I think I clicked all of them. She's still got green on her head. I don't see anything in this garden of hers. I'm not even sure there's a door. This is a weird section. Are they trying to foreshadow that we're going to be taken out before we get to live with the prince? Is that another waterfall? I think it is, guys. I think we're going to be 3 for 3 on these waterfall secrets, dude. I'm telling you. This is it. This looks like a winner. Show me the money. I don't believe it. This waterfall still technically had something. Don't fucking lie to me. Lie to my face like that. Get me all excited. Just to shoot me down. What about this one? I don't believe it. He's a liar. Ha! I knew it. You're being trolled. Every waterfall does have something behind it. We got a 100% rating for waterfalls right now. I'm gonna find every waterfall in this place. If I was a waterfall, where would I be? In the desert, of course. There is no better place in a parody game to hide a waterfall than in the desert. Oh no, I have a hydration level. Oh my god. Wait a second. I will find whatever there is to find in the desert. I see something. But do I want to be near the edge? No, I must investigate what this is. Super hydrated. That's right. I must wander in the desert to find the answers. I feel like it's just over this hill. I'm going in the right direction. I think I am. Kind of hard to tell. Thought I saw a structure somewhere nearby. Here. Might be over this hill. Yes. What is this? A secret, perhaps. Oh? Oh my goodness. It's an oasis. A secret town hidden in the middle of nowhere. There's a library. Wait a minute. Stranded in a strange town with no choice other than forge artifacts from pots just to raise enough money to go where we need to go. If you're anything like me, you've often worked yourself into an excruciating violent fury over the fact that the most artifacts you have aren't valuable. You might have to spend minutes doing nothing but just bashing pots until you have all the money you need. You've noticed that a few artifacts are a lot more valuable than the rest. Every time you dash a pot on the ground, you're just hoping it contains letters of transit or a monolith. But it just contains another plastic thingamajig. It's true. Wouldn't it be great if every pot you dash apart contained a monolith? Well, now you can with a technique called polypiling. Here's how it works. First, you need to acquire an item called the Wand of Polymorph. You can buy them in certain shops. Then, loot a bunch of pots to collect a large quantity of artifacts. Sell off any valuable artifacts you get, but keep the cheap ones. Then all you have to do is use the Wand of Polymorph, and presto, all the artifacts in your inventory randomly change into another artifact. Yes, with the Wand of Polymorph, you can transform ordinary cheapo items like Holy Grails into super valuable items like keycards. The more cheaper artifacts in your inventory, the higher chances of getting lots of valuable artifacts. This is an assured money-making technique that'll have you rolling dough in minutes. Oh, I thought the one of polymorphing was for something else. We did learn something. Really? Just Western Roman Empire around the Strait of Melandruza? Okay, this is, Oh, wait, there is the catacombs. I forgot about that. So we're in Ophia, but there's catacombs over here, so maybe we can go to that. And the place we couldn't get to was a grog. Wait, there's a swamp fortress over here? Holy shit, we have places to go, dude. So wait, we checked out these. We ran off the map over here, but we didn't see the swamp fortress. Remember that, chat? We gotta go to the catacombs. We gotta go to the swamp fortress. History. I don't know if I want to read that. Elementary physics, fundamental forces. All forces in nature are 1 and 5 on gravity. Electromagnetism. Weak nuclear force. Strong nuclear force. Puzzle force. Solves a puzzle in the same room. That's pretty funny. Handbook of Last Resort. If you happen to have some alchemy ingredients on hand, you can concoct ammunition with the following recipes. Good for 10 crossbow darts. Bro. I was going to take a picture of it. I'll take a picture of it on my other screen. Remember that, chat. Holy crap. Ammunition? Infinite ammunition? Bro, alchemy cauldron's best. Okay. It was worth it to read this library, dog. Why am I so slow? No running in the library? Oh, it's caps lock, isn't it? Yeah. Can I go in here? Oh, I can. Dude, we got a desert bazaar. Who is this person? Why are they doing this? No strings attached. I'll ask her that later. I'm in a mood for some progress. That's just another coffee shop. What is this? Church? What in the... Hearty meal from our tavern. Recommend a room where you can take a nap. How much for a room? 150 miles. We gotta do it for the meme, right? We have to. Does the mind really exist as an entity, or is the mind simply an artificial objectification we apply to the chemical processes in our brain? Well, as someone who works at the Desert Inn, I like to think I have some knowledge of this, just by osmosis. Our comforts are designed to restore the balance of chemicals within the brain to help travelers achieve what it is they are seeking, be it serenity, energy, or mirth. When the balance of chemicals change, the mood and the behavior of the person changes in accord. This would seem to support the mind being a chemical process. But is this the answer, or does this merely shift the question? Postulating the mind as an entity manifestly implies a bound relationship between the mind and the body, an interface, if you will. The mind must be able to receive the senses and direct the actions of the body. But who is to say if these chemicals are not simply another kind of sense, another node in the mind-body interface, just one less evident than the senses we are familiar with? Who is to say where the body ends and the mind begins? It is difficult, some say impossible, question to answer. That was very interesting. Or you've shifted the balance of chemicals in my brain. Either way, I'll take a room. I could tell you were the one who would like a room. Name? Link. How could the mind control my actions? Oh my God, guys. That's true. You have to subjugate your lower self. We talked about this earlier when the stream was lagging. Just refer back to the lagging stream for that information. Let me check our booking system. Oh, this is interesting. I've got news, Link. Apparently, Desert Inn offers a discount for Heroes of the Realm. I can offer you a large suite for 100 frequent flyer miles. Put it on my credit. Dude, I want you to look at that VOD on stream. Yeah, I'll check it out later. Let me get your key. Well, this is a surprise. Who the hell ever heard of a game offering a hero discount? Here's your key, Link. Your room is 201, second floor. Stairways in the lobby. The room kiosk gives you access to the roof where you can enjoy a spectacular view of the desert. Thank you for your patronage and for being Hero of the Realm. Okay. Yeah, I imagine it was like just a complete... Wait, can I go in any of these doors? Should I try them? I feel like one of them has to have something unlocked, right? Somebody's got to have an open door policy in this inn. I don't believe it. What even is this? 107? Oh, that is both 107. Okay. I didn't try the beginning ones over here. Let's check. I just got to check. Gotta be thorough. Can't miss anything. What if he had it programmed so like the last door you check is the one that opens? I don't know. I'm not a game designer. I'm just a guy. Let's try every door. Every door. I will leave no stone unturned, no door unchecked. Roof access, we know that we can try that later. 201, this is our room. Wow, pretty nice suite. What else we got here? Can we sit in this? Nope. Put our clothes away? Nope. Can't interact with that? Okay. Got a little changing partition here. Guess we're gonna change. Oh, I just took the whole bed. I didn't even see it had a sticker on it. Just trying to interact. Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, the VOD didn't show the lagging, which is funny. That is actually really funny. We appear to be in a predicament. Napping. Oh, there's a person here. Hello, Link. Dude, it's the princess. And she's not voice acted. Where are we? We're in your dream, Link. My dream? I've never dreamt of any place like this before. Are you, like, actually projecting yourself into my dream so you can talk to me? Yeah, something like that. Well, don't worry, Your Highness. I'm doing my best to try to rescue you. It's really sweet of you. Where are you? Can you give me information that can help me rescue you? Oh, Link, I can't do that. One of the limitations of astral projections is that I can't reveal any information to you that you don't already know. I can only rearrange your thoughts and memories. This is because the existence of astral projections must remain unprovable. Do you know anything about what this room is? I've never dreamt of it. This is the Orientagon, a primal part of the substratum of our universe. Just about everything we know, everything we see, and even the space we occupy was all put in place and made coherent by reference to the Orientagon. Will you marry me? Oh, Link, I'm not going to marry you unless you rescue me. One thing at a time, you know? What really is consciousness? It's a very strange question to ask in a dream, Link. Are you even conscious now? You're dreaming. Yet you're self-aware, yet you have some control over your actions. For many people, this is the definition of consciousness. But almost no one would say that you are fully conscious when dreaming. What else would we need? Or what else do we need for consciousness? For one thing, although you are self-aware in the dream, you are not meta-aware in the dream. You cannot think about the act of thinking, remember the act of remembering, or observe the act of observing. Very interesting. I'm going to have to disagree with you, Princess. I don't think you need meta-awareness for consciousness, and I don't agree that we lack meta-awareness in dreams. While the greatest minds have tried to define consciousness, I can speculate, but I can't give you the answer. But I can tell you that you are so wrong about meta-awareness. Just FYI. You just are. I think I'm about to wake up. Goodbye for now. I hope to rescue you soon. Goodbye, Link. Wow, that was an experience. Do you think we see her again if we go in? Oh, shit, she's gone and I'm trapped here. I'm alone. Oh, never mind. She's back. Okay. Gotta walk away for a minute. Game developer wants to get a little bit more use. Out of that room he made. Well, that was worth the $100. We got plot, dude. I don't think there's anything else I can take here, but it's good to know. Did I try taking the chair? I don't think I did. Wow, I feel super refreshed after that. Oh, let's go check out the roof. Let's see this amazing view that they were talking about. Wow, look at that. Oh, there's chest up here. 100 miles. Dude, we just paid for a room. Dude, a pair of speed boots is what I've been looking for. I feel like there's a trap right here. Oh, I was looking at it. It just looked like a trap. What is that? It's a spleen, bro. Look at me eat that spleen. We're rewarded. It's totally worth. Party to ZRS if you don't knife the next person you see, which I also blackmail for you. What? Can I just enter the town from here? I guess you're here to buy water. I'm the only licensed water vendor. 20 miles per glass. You get water for free back home. Of course you can. Smack in the middle of the desert. Water is a commodity here. Supply and demand. I'm afraid if you want water, you have to pay 20 miles per glass. And just scoop some water and take it. Okay, go ahead. What if I just stand on it? How are you going to feel about that? Now check out this pretty nice house over here. Who approaches? No one can have an audience with Amir today unless they have official business with him, do you? Not really. You'll have to leave the property then. Who the hell's Amir? Come around to the front. Okay, I guess we gotta wait till we have an audience with Amir. But check out the temple. Look at this. Oh, it's a haven. It's everything I've always dreamed about. So many pots. There's no door nearby though. I guess I can go in one of the rooms. I could smash pots forever. Is this faster than my other strat though? I suppose there is a lot of pots here. I'll break them once. So it seems like the Wanda polymorph doesn't do what I thought it did, which I thought we were going to transform the deer with it. I'm still going to try giving it to the deer and see if we can polymorph those antlers off of him. But, it'll become the doe of his dreams. Well, let's see what this other shop has. What is that? Another coffee shop? Seems like we've got 2 coffee shops here. Real food. Euro. I feel like I have a euro, but I'll get another. Can I enter this? Oh, I can. Armor. Okay. Okay. Same stuff. Oh, steel bikini. I don't have that yet. Should I get the goggles too? I mean, why not? I don't know when we're gonna need them, dude. I haven't seen the steel bikini sold anywhere else. She added me as a friend too. Can we go on this? It's another coffee shop? Wait, is this just the same coffee shop? But it is. It's the same woman. Yeah, I didn't order anything because it's the same place. Look at the outside looks the same, dog. Trying to hustle me? Does that mean that door over there goes to the same place? It can't, can it? We already went in here, right? Nope. This is what? Oh, it's the library. Why is the library a crappy shack, man? That had some useful info. It is the same place. Wait. Yeah, same chick. Thought she was orange, but it was the bread blocking her. This is Desert Bazaar. Okay. And this is check-in. Wow, that's a weird door. And this is what? Check-in also. Second weird door. I think that's it. Oh, except for this. Oh no. Step right up to the alchemy service. You never know. Oh, okay. Any recipes you recommend? Wait. Equal portions of eyes, gallbladders, and roots seem to be coming up big today. Eye. Gall. Root. Four glasses of water. Good to know. can make water. Did I check that out? Weapon Emporium. It's banned everywhere in the kingdom, but it's yours for 231 miles. Same items. Nothing new. Okay. Actually, do you have something else to say? This guy's pretty funny. Just got a shipment in this morning, easy to conceal, packing some major punch for its size, feared by the nobility, coveted by assassins. Can you put down the powerful undead being in one shot? Only legal in 2 fiefs in the whole kingdom. This isn't one of them. First of all, that item isn't new. It was in your shop's inventory the last time I was here. Second of all, it's also not contraband. It definitely can't kill a zombie in one shot, not even really a skinny one. It says you, but don't blame me if you pass up this opportunity and find yourself needing a one-shot kill. What about the third time? Oh man, I got something real special for you today. Just smuggled in from Borington. I'm pretty sure there's nothing so exciting as smuggling happening in Borington. That's right, it's a scythe. Not the most powerful weapon, but you can't beat the price. In fact, its price per unit damage is unmatched in this game. But here's the secret. It's useless against the undead. Their souls have already been reaped. Okay, look, do you really have any powerful new weapons, or do you just have the same 3 weapons all the other shops and kingdoms have? Hey, bud, what I got is what I got. With the supply uncertainties and the shady business, I can't guarantee anything's available on any particular day. Perfect timing. I just got a new shipment of items so rare you'll never find them anywhere else. I doubt it, but let's hear it. Oh boy, did you luck out. This item comes all the way from America. It's called the Chicken Cosmo. That's short for Chicken Cosmopolitan, a bread cutlet of chicken that melts in your mouth. The item for sale is literally in every shop in the game, not to mention some things that aren't shops. More power to you if you can source this baby somewhere else, but just let me see the inventory. Alright, I was going to say, does he actually have a dialogue option where he has a new item? That would be pretty funny. Alright, we've seen this. Do we want to go to the catacombs? I think I'm going to go to the catacombs. I think I'm going to go find another waterfall. Maybe look to see if there's something behind it. I believe the catacombs are... Well, actually... Every shop in the game, pointless for a while. Dude, it's great. What are you talking about? That's what we came here for. Let's equip this as item A. Oh my goodness. You keep neglecting your physiological needs. To cross the desert without something to keep you hydrated. Thought I could make it. Dude, I totally can make it, bro. I just didn't realize that I needed another one of these. Drink this. Then we put on the shoes. Oh, it was a mistake. Oh my goodness. Is there a way I can use the speed boost without dying? Oh my god. Alright, I don't think there is. Wait a second. Limbo Master. Don't go to Limbo. Yeah, I didn't expect to go off the edge. I'm gonna be honest. There has to be a way to use these speed boots. Alright, what if? Remove speed boots before continuing. Oh! Okay. I guess we can get a good look at the map before we, I don't think there's a way to use these speed boots, brother. It feels like I could almost do it, but... Okay, so hydration is based on speed. So let's equip our last potion. Drink it, and we'll walk there normally. Got a lot of ground to cover, boys. Speed boots didn't help. I saw something in the canyons over here. A little crack in the landscape we gotta check out. We're gonna get back to those animals. I swear. I just don't feel like I have the items I need for them yet, though. I suppose we can think about that while we're walking. I feel like a saw or something would be able to cut off the antlers. But it's also like an undead but also living thing. So I'm not entirely sure. Is it wearing them? I thought it was speed. I thought it was like how much distance you've traveled actually is what I think it's based off of. But I'm not sure. It felt like if I was standing still it wouldn't matter, but... okay. This looks like a big rock. That could be destroyable by a bomb later. Suppose we can get out the sandals in case we need to walk on water. Pull a little miracle for the boys. I feel like the catacombs are going to be in that over there. I'm not sure. Hydration level is diminishing. Well, actually, we do have water still. We have quite a bit of water. Wait till we get low. See how much water heals. Does getting in water doesn't seem to reduce that. My hydration seems to have stopped. Maybe it's because I went to the water and exited this and then came back in. What if I drink water? Just a little bit of increase. I think I may have glitched it. Nope. Might just proc every so often. So that's the city. Not sure if we're gonna have enough water to explore this. I think the catacombs might be over here. Except we're out of water. We can get more in the town. I thought it would be over here. You just have to check the map again. Alright, so we want to go in the town. Put on speed boots. To go where? To get out of here? Oh. To see that you die. Yeah, I'll check it in a second. Eyes, gallbladder, root. $40 glasses of water, baby. It's true. You just die by wearing them. That's all it takes. Oh, you don't want to hit a jump. Yeah, I think it does have to do with that wearing them in the desert. Okay, we'll take them off. We'll get out of the desert. And there's that swamp fortress or something that I saw on the map. I think it was like over there. Is there any way I can use these boots without dying? Oh my god. Actually, let's go this way. What? Don't use them up a hill. I know, but there's like endless hills over here. I feel like I want to go here. Oh, that's right. Can't do it in the desert. Honestly, desert's just a kill zone. Yeah. Okay, it says something about a... Oh, you just... Yeah, you literally just can't use them uphill. Okay, this should be fine, though. What? Oh, my lord. Alright, well. It might be pretty unusable. Why do I feel like I'm further from the edge than I was before? It almost makes me want to use the boots. This is a horrible spawn. What is this? Oh, I didn't die with the boots on. That's what it was. The problem is there's like so many hills. I didn't even move, dude. Oh, sweet. Okay. It's kind of got some weird mechanics on this. It like veers to the right or something. Like I can't just go straight. It like veers. Yeah, I don't know. It's not devs, it's just one guy, dude. Oh, sorry, I read devs, my bad. I don't know why the dev did it. It'd be nice to just have speed boots. I'm trying to right now look around because I think it said like a swamp fortress. I gotta remember to take them off. It said a swamp fortress and some water or something. I think it was over here. I don't know though. Yeah, even a 2x speed. I'd be comfortable with that. That's like 1,000. It is crazy. I forgot to take them off. Alright, well, we got some items. We found a place. I don't know if any of these things are going to be useful. Especially not with this. Actually, I got to where I wanted to be. Oh. I see. So those are just transitionary areas. I suppose we'll just start trying the items on these guys. I can't think of any other shops. I don't think there's anywhere else to go. Not that I know of. I didn't see the catacombs. I suppose I could make a bunch of extra desert drinks. We could wander aimlessly in the desert for a while, but I feel like I have quite a few items. I just had to. It was too slow. They gotta work in a house though, right? The speed boots. Man, even if they were like super fast, but not like 1,000 times, it'd still be super cool because like speedrunners or something could use them. Yeah, you can use them in the house. I guess you can still use it in here. It's gonna be pretty awkward. You think I could just speed through a door? Trying to see if I can clip through something. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's go talk to the animals. I think kitchen's over here. It totally works in buildings. Alright, so this guy wants to die. How are we gonna kill him, guys? Bad concoction? That's my first guess. Oh, you didn't even want to try. What about a scythe? Gotta click E every time. Offer item. Espresso. Coffee. Water. Tea. Aviator goggles. Refrigerator. Scythe. Sword. Goose quill. Letter opener. Wand of polymorph. Fruit aid. You brought me poison. Thank you, Link. At last, my soul can rest in peace. That's actually really funny. The fruit ate is what did it. Here's the key to the cellar. Link, I wish you the very best of luck in your quest. Ass? Ass! He's dead, oh Tab. It's so sad. Nah, Link, it's okay. You did a very difficult and merciful thing. Poor Ash. At least he'll rest in peace now. Thanks, Tab. Wow. We did it, guys. We killed him. All it took was basically Kool-Aid. Okay, well, I don't want to solve any of these other guys' thing yet, because I think the solution may be in the in one of these rooms. I would have never guessed that was it. We have a jackhammer. What do you think that's going to go towards? What door? What picture? You remember all the pictures, right, chat? You remember every one of them. Oh, there's this. Wait, I don't have my gun on. Okay, I can't move. Don't do this to me, brother. Oh my god, I hate the stun. Actually, it's just like Zelda, so... I missed a shot. And it's auto-aim. I'm so bad at this game. I am not getting hit by this one. She's like sucking my neck or something, dude. We're in the wine cellar. Cabal. Abode of Great Cabal. It's not going there yet. What is that? An outhouse? It's like a sauna room? What is that? Image of an altar boy? Can we go in here? Cabal's chamber? There is no Cabal. A priest key? Interesting, Link. This chest contains some gauntlets of power, quite a rare item. What do? Well, they are armor, so they can reduce the damage from enemy attacks, but their special power is they can let you lift very heavy things. Well, that's useless. Huh. The priest? Crossbow darts. Chicken. Crossbow darts. Chicken. Crossbow darts. Chicken. Crossbow darts. Chicken. Do you guys think there's a boss behind this? Something's telling me there might be a boss over here. What do you guys think? You think I should confront him? Should I fight this? Should I go talk to the animals? I think you'd much rather see the animals. Chateau Chamber.
Give up, Baron Ran. Your armies of the undead are no match for me.
Okay, I give up.
Because wait, what? You're not going to battle me to the death? You're not going to transform yourself into some powerful, beastly monster and have an epic showdown?
No, I'm just a frail old man. All I've got is necromancy and a closed-circuit sound system. And now that you've killed off my zombies, I have nothing.
Well, this is an anticlimax.
I never learned anything about this situation in sidekick school, Lance.
Who ever heard of a boss that just surrendered?
We'll have to wing it. I guess we should arrest him or something?
I'm not sure that we even need to do that. All we need is the plot key, really.
Yes, but it's not a great idea to let a traitor remain at liberty.
That's true. Better arrest him then. Baron Ran, we'll accept your surrender on the condition that you hand over the plot key. You'll be placed under arrest and have to answer to the king.
Oh, all right. You win. Here is the plot key.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, I will inform him. Well, there are 2 guards outside the room. Well, I'm sure they can handle the physical aspects of the job. All I'm saying is, I think you should send those marshals up here and take the Baron into custody as soon as possible. The guards should suffice for a little while, I hope. Yes, Lord Tapton has summoned me back to the war room to be briefed on the second part of the mission. I will do so. I hope so too. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Yeah, the
Baron
fairy is a
Ran
phone.
of Chingame, I've been asked to inform you that you are to be confined in this room until the royal marshals arrive to take you to the trial in Bao-Tujel City. You have been officially charged with high treason, aiding and abetting an enemy to the crown, accessory to kidnapping, failure to render feudal services, and perverting nature without a license. You make me so sick, Baron Ran. You don't even have a license to practice your necromancy.
I do have a necromancy license. It's just expired, that's all.
Well, it's not going to matter with all the charges you're facing. I'm not even done. You're also suspected, but not yet charged, of accessory to theft of a mythological artifact.
What?
Well, I don't know how the Ricohedron fits into all this, but we'll find out. So you might as well spill the beans, Baron. If you cooperate, you might actually keep your head.
The Ricohedron? I have no idea what you're talking about.
So it's gonna be that way, huh? Oh well, it's your neck. I have to go now, back to Bao-Tujel City, to be briefed for my next mission so that I can undo the damage you've helped do. Goodbye.
I don't think he knows about the Ricohedron. There's something very strange about it, and I doubt a low-level boss like Baron Rand knows what's going on. You're probably right. Might actually be a coincidence. That's true. But you have to admit it's a very strange coincidence that the second plot key was hidden in the place where the Ricohedron was discovered. Keep our eyes open. Some connection between the princess and the Ricohedron we want to know. Okay. A bottle of Zac Pro. Antidepressant pills. Sheds a bit of light on the Baron's mental state. Makes you wonder if we're not doing enough to treat mental illness. Not that it's any excuse for treason, of course. 20 crossbow darts. 50 flyer miles. We just robbed this man. His weird bathtub.
So, you 2 guys have things under control until the marshals get here.
Loud and clear, boss. We got it under control, boss.
Good, and you're not going to open the door just to anyone, are you? Like if somebody comes by and shows you a royal marshal badge?
No, sir, boss. We've learned our lesson. Yeah, if someone comes in with a fake marshal's badge, we're gonna tell him to take a hike. Yeah, or a real marshal's badge.
Very good. I thought you might get that one wrong.
Like we said, boss, we learned our lesson. Yeah, we might make a few mistakes in the past, but we learn fast. Yeah, we know we're not supposed to let anyone in unless they have sealed orders addressed to us from the king himself. And if the seal's broken, we're not going to let him in. And if it's a sealed order from someone else, we'll tell him to get out of here. That's right, boss. No one gets in without sealed orders from the king, even if they have a marshal's badge.
Excellent.
Unless they can warp in. Yeah, if they can warp in, there's no point in blocking the door.
They're right, though. Why do I only have 1 HP? Okay, so... Why is there a coffee shop in here? Did I not notice that before? Wait, is this the way down the stairs? We girls gave you big hickeys, remember? When too lewd, it's true. Well, we still gotta fix the animals. I can't just leave them hanging. Is there another door I haven't gone over here? It. Wait, I messed up. I took a wrong turn somewhere, guys. the micro USB. Alright, this guy's dead still, right? Yeah. He needs earmuffs. How do I get these off of him? Scythe. Wanda polymorph. Gauntlets of power. Fruit aid. Cap. Steel bikini. Sword. Horn hat. Goggles. Goose quill. Letter opener. Zach Pro. Bad concoction. Sandals. Speed boots. I already did that. Frequent flyer mile. Credit card. I'm just gonna try every item. I don't think I'm gonna be able to guess what it is. I thought for sure it would be the one to polymorph. I really don't think it's gonna be one of those. Would it be in like a piece of apparel that I don't have? Or is it just an item I haven't seen yet? I think that's almost everything. Except for all these. I don't think that would be it. Let's try the duck. Wait, I take the duck. Okay. Let's assume that after we finish the duck thing, that is in a duck. I mean. Where is that at? I feel like it's this door.
So, you...
I thought for sure it would be that pool of water in his room, but I don't have a key for that room. Did that mean we had to have the duck in our party before we did the Baron Ram thing? I don't think that's the only way. He just wants to get wet, right? We should just be able to put him in any old water. Can I contact the duck? can we teleport to his room again? Through, I don't remember the door. Was it this door? Yeah. Through this again. Oh, that's right. There's no cabal. Which means we have to be able to solve one of the other guy's things first. And the only one we can realistically solve is the deer. Because the lion wants to be in the center, and the bear just wants the earmuffs that the deer has. Can I equip the gauntlets of power? Lift very heavy things. I feel like that'd be really useful for lifting this guy off here and moving it, but I think we need to solve this guy first. So I think we're kind of in a conundrum, and I think it's just because of the way this is programmed. I actually have 198 health. So let's go back to Cabal's chamber. We got these. Oh wait, we have the duck. Oh, sorry, that's our miles. I read it wrong. Oh, it even has like a weird system. We're gonna go here. Okay, so we're gonna get the duck. Okay. Then we're going to kill the donkey with the JJ Fruit Aid. And we got the key for the jackhammer. I'm not sure I soft locked myself or if this is how you're supposed to do this, but I really feel like that pool is for the duck. This is the jackhammer. I forgot. I need to equip my item. roots on? What is this? Oh my god. Dude, take off the boots, please, God. Okay, that is how I lost health. You're correct, Drew. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, let's get the sword as item A. So we're gonna go to the Cabal room. Gonna get the chest. Priest key, baby. Gauntlets of power. Oh, we gotta do this cutscene again. Yeah, it is an unblockable stun and you can't do anything about it. I'm assuming unless you had something to block your ears. But it is just like Zelda. Because there are these undead enemies that yell, and then you're essentially permanently stunned for a period of time. You can't move. I forget what they're called, but they are in all the Zelda games, at least most of them anyways. Alright, so we gotta do this cutscene again. This guy gives himself up. Okay, we bypassed it. Yeah, I don't know if it'll let us do that, but that's what I would do. It reminds me of in Monster Hunter, you can wear earplugs. Wait a minute. Where's the duck? My guy. This is where I want to put you. Where have you gone? You've disappeared. But this is your place. My brother. I'm pretty sure I had the duck. So that's not the way to do it then. I guess the other question is there another room that has a path on it that I have not investigated? Just read the package of the snack. Yeah, sure, let's hear it. What is in it? 34% sugar by weight. Yep, that makes sense. Children's foods, snacks are pretty bad. I think we can go in here, can't we? Nope. Tailpipe. Let's just retrace our steps here. That goes to the area. That goes to the basement. This goes to that room, doesn't it? The escape room. These we can't get into. Basement. I don't think there's another door off the kitchen. There's another it room. So there is no other door we can open. So let's see. The deer said that he sheds the antlers in spring. Is that useful information? Is there a way we can bring spring to him? The duck has to be placed in the chateau in order to swim. I suspect it's in that room with the hot dog bun, but we don't have a key for that yet. Just out of curiosity. I don't think this was meant to be done, but I was trying it anyways. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Or this. Oh, you're totally right. I was like, if I'm technically going like super fast, I'm like skipping collision checks. So it's potentially possible. Nope. Just want to see the outside world, man. I don't know, I'm stumped. The duck, I'm pretty sure, goes in that pool in their room. But for some reason, we can't bring the duck in that room with that cutscene, so... I feel like the item for this has to be really simple. Or is it that the bear is eluding us? Is it possible that the bear doesn't need earmuffs and can take something else? Because that would actually make sense. What does he say he wants? You're talking about the bear or the deer? Give me peace and quiet. I'll let you have the room key if you can help. It might just be like a red herring for him to take the earmuffs. Maybe he just needs something else. I have no idea. He just started with him. Arbitrary game stuff. I mean, have I not found a lead as to where the earmuffs may be? Yeah, they're on the deer. But I don't know how to get his antlers off. So that, I'm pretty sure there was a line of dialogue in the last playthrough that said something about the earmuffs would be perfect for him. And the deer says he'll give me the earmuffs after I figure out a way to get the antlers off. Yeah. I was thinking a saw too, but there is no saw. Polymorph potion? That's an interesting idea. Maybe there's a potion I haven't made yet that could potentially help. I was thinking like scythe it off or something. Maybe it's a potion. This guy just needs a potion. I tried the sword. I tried actually every item with the deer. Every item except all of these bed furnishing things. So if it is a potion, does that mean I gotta read... Oh, I gotta read the... And what about the duck? The duck needs to be in water, which I'm pretty sure is in that room upstairs, but I can't get into it until I have a hot dog key. So this is the alchemic recipe for the electrolyte sports drink. This is news. Enemies. That's pretty funny. I don't see anything. I mean, this has the electrolyte sports drink. I suppose I could make it again and try to give that to the animals, because I have not tried it, but I really don't think that is going to be the answer. It seems unlikely. We can try it though, for content. Speedrunner strats? Wait a minute, where is that room? I think it is on the second floor. Oh, wrong room. Over here? Nope, it is not. It's on the first floor. Is there a book I can read here? It's over here. What are we gonna brew, chat? Well, we're gonna brew another one of these electrolyte sports drink. 2 gall a goat. Oh, does it cost money now? Oh, jeez. Should have made more when I thought about it. Root of hemlock. 5 teeth of wolf. 7 Maws Shark. That's gonna be an expensive potion. Put it in credit for me. Level 3. I suppose it is better than the level 1s I made earlier. Nope, it's not the answer. Well, boys, I suppose this is a good time to end stream and think about it. What do you think the answer is? Is there an item I haven't found? I suppose the only thing I can do now is explore. Yo, do you have a map? Yeah, I do. Overworld map. I think I gotta go to the overworld. Oh, there is a catacombs thing over there. There's also the fortress somewhere over here, according to Afia. Bottom left of the map. Bro. We'll save that for next time. Total bottom left on water. Yeah. Alright, we'll do that next time then. I was kind of already planning on going to all the edges, so I'll remember it. Alright, guys, have a good night. Thank you for coming on for stream. Thank you for turning out. We'll talk more next time. And keep it real. Peace.